I'm going to show you guys how to remove the front forks off your WR250R. If you're in the situation like me and I actually have one of my seals on my front fork leaking, it might be a little hard to see. You can see some oil right there. After my Chelan trip, I really noticed a lot of oil just kind of dripping down and dirt. So I think it's time. Now, I heard it's actually pretty common with these WRs. You can actually take kind of like a credit card, or there's a special tool. The name's not coming off the top of my head, but I'll find it and I'll put the link in the description. But you can actually go underneath the seal because sometimes dirt gets underneath here, and then that's what causes a leaky seal. So that's something to check out first. But in my case, this bike is an '08 with 5,500 miles on it, and it's never been done. So I think it's just a good time to really flush that fluid out anyway. I've checked around, looked at some videos of how to basically rebuild these and put in the new seal and everything. That's something I don't know if I really want to tackle. So I'm going to be removing my front forks, and I already have the stuff to basically rebuild my front fork. This is the Yamaha fork seal kit. This will include everything that you'll need. So you're going to get also for the rubber seals plus all the bushings, pistons is what they're calling it here. So this is a good seal kit for your WR250. There's the model number right there. And then you're going to need to get some fork oil, since when you go to take it apart, you're going to need to replace it. So the manufacturer actually is a 5 weight. I think some people go with a 10 weight to make it a little stiffer. I was going to buy the Yamaha version, but after doing some research, it's pretty much your brand preference. It's all the same, and this is cheaper than the Yamaha one, so I went with this one. And so now I'm going to remove my front forks and then take them off to the dealership to have them install the new seals and put fresh fluid in. Before you remove the front forks, make sure you have your bike evenly distributed for weight, because once you remove the front forks, the bike's going to shift back because all the weight's back here. So just keep that in mind when you go to remove the front forks, that the bike's going to start tilting back. Tools needed for taking off our front tire. I'm going to need a 22 millimeter, a 10 millimeter, and a 14 millimeter Allen key. This will fit in the other side here so we can twist this off. Starting with this nut right here, this is going to be a 22 millimeter. Go ahead and take it off. Next, we're going to go ahead and loosen up each of these 4 bolts. Make sure we don't remove them. You don't need to remove them. So we just want to loosen up. So I'm going to take a rubber mallet and I'm just going to push that guy through. Come over here to the other side, and I'm going to use this 14 millimeter Allen key that I have. And we're just going to help twist this through. And then we're just going to keep twisting until we can pull this out. And now our tire is going to fall down. Here we go. And now we are free. Next step, I'm going to remove these bolts here. They're 10 millimeters. This just holds the brake line. So I'm going to kind of free this up so then we can hang the brake. Next step for removing our brake, these are going to be 12 millimeter bolts, just these 2. And then have a bungee cord ready so that way we can suspend our brake, so that way we're not letting this hang. There's 1 and 2. Now we're free. I have my bungee cord just hanging from my handlebars, and we're just gonna go in through where the bolt was hanging. So we'll just have it free hanging like that with the bungee cord. That way it's not hanging by the hose, and then you're gonna have other issues to run into. For removing our guards here, we're gonna have 3 8mm bolts. So 1, 2, and 3. And you can see on the other side, we're gonna have 1, 2, and 3. There we go. And you can just repeat that for the other side. Oh yeah, you can really see like this side has actually probably been leaking for a while compared to this side. Moving on to our triple clamps, we're gonna have 2 10mm bolts right there on the top. And then on our bottom one here, we're gonna have 2 more 10mm bolts that we're gonna need to remove. Once we loosen these up, then we can slide our fork out. Moving on to our lower triple clamp, loosen this up. Now that we have the triple clamps loosened up, this fork may be relatively stiff inside. So a little trick that I saw on Steve's video is use a flathead screwdriver, and you can just gently spread these apart, and now that'll slide right through. So now we're gonna move on to the other side, and we're gonna do the same drill to remove this front fork. And that's how you remove your front forks off of your Yamaha WR250R. To put your bike back together, you just do the reverse order of how you took out the forks and the wheel. Now we'll need to torque down all the bolts, and you'll want to make sure that you get a nice good torque wrench. I've got 2 to be able to cover the different amounts of torques. This one will do up to 150 foot-pounds of torque, and then this one I believe is 20 foot-pounds of torque. I'll put the torque specs in the description for you. Just a quick run through, starting up at the top triple clamp. This one's going to be 23 Newton meters or 17 foot-pounds of torque. Then our lower triple clamp is going to be 20 Newton meter and 14 pounds of torque. Down to our front axle wheel nut here. This one's going to be 63 Newton meters at 46 foot-pounds of torque. Our front axle pinch bolts, those are going to be 23 Newton meters or 17 foot-pounds of torque there. Our brake caliper bolts, and they're going to be at 23 Newton meters or 17 foot-pounds of torque. Well, I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, and I'll get right back to you on those. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more adventure and do-it-yourself videos. Cheers!